Every evening on a quiet street corner, a lonely stray cat waited patiently, not for food from strangers, but for one kind man. The man always stopped, smiled, and shared a small meal with the cat. Day after day, their silent friendship grew stronger. To everyone else, it looked like a simple moment. But to the cat, that man meant everything. Then one morning, something terrible happened. The man suddenly collapsed on the sidewalk, his groceries falling to the ground. People rushed over, calling for help as the cat circled him anxiously. Moments later, an ambulance arrived and took the man away. But the little stray cat wasn't ready to say goodbye. As the ambulance doors slammed shut, the little stray cat panicked. The only person who had ever cared for him was being taken away. Without hesitation, the tiny cat began to run. The ambulance sped through the city streets, its sirens echoing in the night. But the cat kept chasing, running with all the strength it had. Cars passed by. The distance grew farther and farther. Still, the cat refused to give up. Somehow, after a long, desperate chase, the exhausted little stray finally reached the hospital. After a long and desperate chase, the tiny stray cat finally reached the hospital. Exhausted and trembling, it sat quietly near the entrance. Every time the doors opened, the cat lifted its head, hoping to see a familiar face. Doctors and patients passed by, too busy to notice the silent little visitor. Hours slowly turned into night. A kind nurse eventually saw the lonely cat and placed some food and water nearby. But the cat barely touched it. It wasn't waiting for food. It was waiting for the one person who had once shown it kindness. And the cat refused to leave, until it saw him again. Days passed, but the small stray cat never left the hospital entrance. Rain came and went. The sun rose and set. Yet the cat stayed in the exact same place, patiently waiting. Hospital staff began to notice the loyal little visitor. Some brought food, others gently petted the quiet cat. But everyone wondered the same thing. Who was the cat waiting for? Inside the hospital, the man who had collapsed slowly began to recover. One morning, a nurse told him about the strange story outside. A small orange cat, waiting for someone who might never return. The man's eyes suddenly widened, because he knew exactly who that cat was. The moment he heard the story, the man could hardly believe it. A small stray cat had been waiting outside the hospital for days. With the nurse's help, he slowly walked toward the exit. His heart raced as the doors began to open. Outside, the little orange cat was still there, sitting in the exact same spot. The cat looked up and suddenly froze. After days of waiting, it finally saw the face it had been searching for. In an instant, the cat ran forward as fast as it could. The man knelt down, tears filling his eyes as the tiny cat jumped into his arms. From that day on, the stray cat was never alone again. Because sometimes, the smallest hearts hold the greatest loyalty.